Once again, it's a privilege to be welcome into your home. So today we are reading from Matthew chapter 21, verse 23 to 27. When Jesus had come into the temple area, the chief priests and the elders of the people approached him as he was teaching and said, "By what authority are you doing these things? And who gave you this authority?" Jesus said to them in reply, "I shall ask you one question, and if you answer it for me, then I shall tell you by what authority I do these things. Where was John's baptism from? Was it of heavenly or of human origin?" They discussed this among themselves and said, "If we say of heavenly origin, he will say to us, 'Then why did you not believe him?' But if we say of human origin, we fear the crowd, for they all regard John as a prophet." So they said to Jesus in reply, "We do not know." He himself said to them, "Neither shall I tell you by what authority I do these things." Authority can easily become a contentious issue. Who has authority? Who has the right to exercise it? How should authority be exercised? In our time, authority has become a somewhat negative word. Authority figures get a bad press, sometimes with very good reason. The issue of authority is central to the reading. Jesus had just performed a somewhat provocative act in the temple in Jerusalem, driving out those who were buying and selling, overturning the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold doves. Those who considered themselves to have authority in the temple understandably demanded to know who gave Jesus the authority to do what he had just done. We know the answer to that question. Jesus was acting on the authority of God. Jesus considered the temple to be the house of his Father. That gave him all the authority he needed to do what he did. We are reminded that when it comes to our faith, the ultimate authority is Jesus. We constantly have to submit our lives to God's Son. All human authority, including human religious authority, is secondary compared to the authority of Jesus. He alone is Lord of our lives. The Lord's authority is one which shows itself not in dominating others, but in serving them. At the Last Supper, Jesus declared himself to be the Lord and Master of his disciples, and yet washed their feet, rendering them what would have been considered a demeaning service. Dear friends, he was showing them and us how authority in his name is to be exercised. Shalom. Peace.